So what would happen if you took that car payment you might be making right now and instead invested it every single month? Today, we're gonna be talking about how much wealth you could actually build for you and your family just by investing the average American car payment every single month. After you've watched this video, it might blow your mind how much money your car payment and your car is actually costing you. That's coming up right now. What's up, guys? It's Mike and Chipper.
Oh yeah!
I am so glad to see all of you once again. How has your week been? If you're new to this channel, I just want to say welcome. Highly consider subscribing because every single week on this channel, I make new videos that are going to help you with your finances, investments, taxes, and things that are going to help you in your career and your everyday life. Are you guys loving this fall weather? I am totally loving on fall weather. Here where I live in California, fall is like basically the only time of the year where the temperatures drop from the 90s down into the lower 60s and even the lower 70s. So the temperature is actually enjoyable now. So that's why fall is my favorite time of the year. Another favorite part of fall is actually the pumpkin painting. I actually made this guy at work not too long ago, and I actually put a play button on him. Sorry, I just had to share this pumpkin with you. He kind of looks like me after a week of tax season. Okay guys, let's get this started. Back in a previous video, I talked about how in 2016, it was the first time in history that the average car loan reached the $30,000 mark. And the average car payment back in 2016 reached the $500 to $530 a month range. Now beyond that, you know, typically in the past, car loans would only last or be financed for 3 to 5 years. Starting in 2016, car loans can now be financed up to 84 months. And the average American is taking between 6 to 7 years to pay off their vehicle. So what does this all mean for you guys? Even right now at this point in time, as we were getting close to the end of 2017, our generation is paying more for their car than any generation before them. Vehicles are more expensive than ever, and people are paying more and more interest on their vehicles. So why does this all even matter to you and me? Well, the reason it matters is because if we're trying to get ahead financially and we're trying to reach our financial goals, a car is one of the most expensive things we can purchase, and it can do major damage not only to our current finances, but to our future finances as well. So now please join me as we take a step into the shoes of the average American. And what are we gonna do as the average American? We're gonna go get a car. And the car we're gonna get is gonna be a $30,000 car. And let's pretend we don't put any money down. So we have a $30,000 car loan now. We finance the whole darn thing, and let's just pretend our payment is $510 per month, which falls in the national average range. Okay, now I'm really gonna show you some examples of how much money you could generate if you were instead not buying a car, but investing this money. We're gonna look at two examples because I wanna give you guys two different perspectives, or different ways to look at this. In our first example, what we're gonna do is we're going to pretend we took all that $30,000 and just invested it. And we didn't invest any more after that. We just invested that money and then we let it sit. We let the interest compound on it over 30 years. Chipper, show them the numbers.
I'm all over it.
Okay guys, like I was saying, in this first example, we've invested the $30,000 and we're never investing again. Now, through the power of compounding interest, we're gonna let this money grow. As you guys can see, if we invest $30,000 and even if we just get a measly 4% average annual rate of return, this money is gonna grow into $100,000 after 30 years. So we could have purchased that vehicle 3 times. Now if we go look at what the average stock market return would be, which is ranging between 6 and 8%, if you got 6%, the money would grow to $180,000. If you got 8%, your money would grow to $328,000. If you guys are really good investors and you could knock out a 12% return every year, then that $30,000 that you would have spent into a car would have grown into $1 million after 30 years.
Damn!
All right guys, in the second and final example, we're gonna look on screen what would happen if we invested $510 a month every single year for 30 years and we got various annual average rates of return, and we can see what money's gonna grow to right now. Chipper, show them the information.
Affirmative.
Okay guys, assuming we invested $510 a month for 30 years, if we got a 4% rate of return, the money would grow to roughly $355,000. A 5% rate of return, the money would grow to $426,000. If we got the 7 or 8% average annual rate of return to the stock market, the money would grow to anywhere from $600,000 to $765,000. And if we were a decent investor, beating the averages, if we could get a 10 or 12% rate of return on that money, our money would grow anywhere from $1 million to $1.8 million after 30 years. Whew, those are some interesting numbers if you ask me. Now my question for you guys is, what would you rather have now that you know this information? Would you rather have a $30,000 car, or would you rather have the chance to someday have hundreds of thousands or even up to $1 million or more someday? The choice is up to you. Most Americans are choosing the vehicle over $1 million, but they don't even realize it. They don't even realize that there's so much lost opportunity cost. And the reason they don't think about it, and that's really what this video is truly about, is just to get us to think about it a little bit more. Think about, hey, can I buy a cheaper vehicle? Will a cheaper vehicle get me the same result? And often it will. There's a lot of options out there. You don't have to go buy a brand new car. Look for used cars. I mean, I'm gonna show you right now why the Ford Windstar is my wife and I's secret weapon. Take a look. I hope you all can see this right now. I'm filming in my garage with my iPhone. This is my wife and I's secret weapon, or one of our secret weapons in terms of how we're able to save and invest so much every month. What you're looking at is a 95 Ford Windstar van. This car has no payment on it. It's completely paid off, as you can expect based on its age. This is what I drive to work every day. I just drive it to work and back. And I'm gonna try to keep this car as long as possible because it allows us to save and invest so much of our money every single month. And of course, I get made fun of for driving a car that's so old, because I have the oldest car in the parking lot now where I work. And so I get made fun of, but really, for the financial security we have, they can make fun of me all day long. Bottom line, guys, is it's so easy to get a car. Every single month, I get multiple offers for auto loans. At least 2 or 3 every single month to go purchase a new vehicle. But you don't have to. Delay gratification. It can really build, if you delay large expenditures like this, but instead invest the money, you can truly someday have financial freedom. It's not that hard, but you cannot be like the average American. We just can't if we want to achieve those kind of results. You have to think differently. You and I have to think differently about how that money impacts us. Now, the reason I think so many people struggle with the idea of opportunity cost is because it's invisible. Until you actually calculate what the numbers could be, it's completely invisible. It's not seen in the real world. You actually have to take time and sit down and look on paper what that money would compound to over time at various rates of return. I don't know about you guys, but what I found to be true in life is that often the person with a nice car is usually broke, whereas the person with an older car is usually the person with money. And I hope that you can see when I showed you that video of that Ford Windstar, that I truly do practice what I preach on this channel. I want to walk the walk and talk the talk. I don't want to give you guys fake information or fake advice. There's too much of it out there, and I'm sick of seeing that. I want to give you legitimate information of things I'm doing so that you can do them too if you want to. You don't have to listen to a thing I say. I just encourage you to think a little bit more about these large purchases and how they might impact your finances down the road. If you want to reach your financial goals, if you want to get ahead financially and for the rest of your life and set yourself up well, this is one of the best ways to do it, is don't take out a lot of vehicle debt, find the cheapest car you can find, and invest that money, strategically plan your finances and run it like a business, and someday you too can have financial freedom. All right, guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that like button, share this information with a friend, and be sure to subscribe if you've not already. If you guys have any questions or comments about anything we discussed in the video, just drop them in the comment section down below, and I will make sure to get back to you. All right, guys, I just want to say thank you so much for your support. I love you guys. Thank you for taking time out of your day to watch this video. I will see you guys next week, but until then, I hope you guys have a great week. Enjoy this awesome fall weather we're having, and peace.